Hey buddy, Dave Nasani here. 5 minutes a day is Hammock Wisdom. Another twofer. 2 in one day. Wow. Well, I'm here at the Long Beach Marina, as you can see, where all the rich and famous hang out on their boats. I don't own a boat because a boat is more maintenance than a woman. Much more maintenance. And I have a very high maintenance woman, so a lot of labor, a lot of elbow work. You're always down here on the weekends, varnishing and sanding and fixing something. It just consumes you. I've never owned a boat except a small catamaran, and that required very little maintenance. But I see people down there doing this stuff, and I says, no way am I owning a boat. I will rent a boat. And I was a member of a sailing club, and for just pennies a day, you had the privilege of getting discount rates. Anyway, what am I doing down here? Well, I'm fixing my friend's boat because I'm an auto mechanic, and it's a diesel, and I could throw in my 2 cents. Brought some tools. We'll see if we can get it going. But I was thinking, how is sailing? Oh, there's the Queen Mary. Sorry, I got a call. I'm not sure how that interrupted my Facebook Live. But how is sailing like life? Well, I can think of several things. Hey, Cindy. Hey, Win. Who else is that? I can't see. How is sailing like life? Wow, I've been sailing all my life. And some of the things that I can make similarities about sailing and life is that sometimes you're out there and you have no control over the weather. It might seem like a nice sunny day, and then all of a sudden the weather started getting rough. The tiny ship was tossed. If not for the courage of the fearless crew, the Minnow would be lost. The Minnow would be lost. Sometimes you need to rise to the occasion, be the captain you are. I've been in a few storms, and sometimes I was scared. Sometimes I didn't know if I was going to make it back to land. But you know what? You just believe. You have to believe that you're going to make it back to land. Otherwise, you're not going to make it back to land. And life is like that. Sometimes, like in 2008, that was the worst financial time of my life. And I really didn't know if I was going to make it. Didn't know if I was going to lose my house. Didn't know if I was going to lose my business. Didn't know if I was going to have to declare bankruptcy. But you know what? I just trusted. Trusted God, trusted my abilities, trusted my gifts, trusted fate, and believed that I was going to make it. And I made it. And life is like a storm at sea. You just have to weather it out. Batten down the hatches, put on your foul weather gear, and just go. Don't hit those waves straight on, or that ship will fall 10 feet and crack its hull. You got to go at a 45-degree angle. There's things you need to know about life and about sailing to weather the storm. How else is sailing like life? Well, when the weather is fine and the wind is beautiful, nice 15, 20 knots, you're just sailing along with no motor, and it's quiet, and it's neat, and you look down, you see the porpoises circling around you, they're having fun, racing you, and you see seals, you see flying fish, and you're just laying back, letting the sun tan your body, and it just doesn't get any better than that. And sometimes life is like that. You have those good days, no storms, and the wind is blowing. And then sometimes sailing is boring. Not often, but sometimes when the wind just stops. And for some reason, you got to turn the motor on. And I don't know about you, but when you have a sailboat and you got to turn the motor on, that's not fun. The motor's loud. And, the sailboat wasn't made to sail with a motor. It was made to sail with sails. That's its purpose. And it's very, very boring if you're trying to sail and the wind is so light that you're just not moving. You can just look at the current, and you spit overboard, and you can see your spit doesn't even move. It just kind of stays there. And sometimes life is boring, but you know what? When life is boring, you have to make it exciting. You have to do something out of the extraordinary. You have to not lose your zeal for life. I don't want life to be boring, and I don't make life boring. And if life is boring, if it gives you lemons, you turn it into lemonade. My wife had a stroke 22 years ago, and I know some people who are in my position who are miserable because they choose to just be like Eeyore. Eeyore? Speaking of Eeyore, I just interviewed the voice of Tigger and Winnie the Pooh and a whole bunch of other things, and that's going to be on my website in a day or two. And that was exciting. Okay, change the topic. Yeah, you don't want to be like Eeyore. Oh boy. And I know people like this. You just want to have fun. Don't let your life be boring. Don't let your life be stagnant. Keep that water rolling, right? You ever seen a stream that's flowing and the water is cool, but then there's a little part of the stream where the water isn't moving around and it's all yucky and there's things living in it and it's green and moldy and algae and so that's my opinion of how sailing is like life. All right, so have fun wherever you are, whatever you're doing. Hopefully the sun will come out today. I see a lot of clouds out here, but the weather's pleasant, and anytime I'm on a sailboat, I'm having a good time. I don't care what's going on. So go and do likewise. God bless you.